Alright, everybody, welcome back. Bulldog Hero 27 plays Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Like I said, I did a little homework on how to get a few more endings of the original content, and it's pretty simple, especially the window one I was discussing.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
And the way you do the window was... there we go. There we go. Come on. Let's do it. Come on. There we go. And voila.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
We're outside the map.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh, are you sick of this gag yet? No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
He's making me think.
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer?
I haven't even
How
answered.
long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected Continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
He's making
Though
me do
if the
this
other
again,
option
so I'm
is
gonna do it
really
again.
miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
So I have to restart the game? Oh, that's interesting. No. Yes. No. Yes. Oh, alright. Well, guess what? Now I'm going to restart the game. I'm going to jump out the window and this time say yes. He enticed me. I have to do that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Come on.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
And voila. We're out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Does he
There
sing?
once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
That was actually really nice. It was very, very nice. So is that it? I think that's it. Alright, well, we got the window ending. Awesome! We did it, everybody! Window, 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 window. Where is it? Window ending. Alright, one more ending to go for the regular stuff. I only say one more because the other ones, you needed to play the original game and you kind of need to hack it. And the other one is like, I'm not going to do a 4-hour video. Do you remember that baby mini game from like 2 or 3 videos ago where you got to hit that button for the baby? Well, apparently if you actually do it for 4 hours, you get an ending. And I'm not going to do that. I'm sure there was some other guy on YouTube that did it for us, and we should go check out that guy's video to see how that ending is. That one is called the art ending. Anyways, what we're going to do now is the heaven ending, which is those computers from the previous one. Remember how we ran into computers, said input, entered, or whatever? Well, it turns out there's 5 computers where you need to do that to. That's 419, 423, the boss's, 434, and our own. But our own is the last one. So, let's go on the hunt.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
434.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Apparently I already did
No
this
matter
one.
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
419.
co-workers.
I don't know if you have to do it in order or not, but 419. All the computers are off. Boss.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just kind of going to go through
Yet
it.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There it is. Boop. Boss. And then next is 434s. So I think I could restart it from here. And find 434.
Already this was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
And the last one is... Ah, are you kidding me? Restart again. And the last one being here. We did it, everybody. Wow. That was trippy. Can I walk to these things? Oh, I can. It's heaven because it's all the buttons I could press. Oh, look at this. Do I have to press all the buttons? Oh no. This will be really tedious if I have to hit all the buttons. Did I miss one? No. I'm gonna do a whole row at least. Come on. I'm touching you. Come on. Wait a minute. Are the buttons just coming back? Or have I really only done that many? They come back. It's pointless. Is this the ending? Is that it? I just heard them. They're saying buttons. Wow. Alright, I think that's it for this one. I think I have to restart it. I'm not seeing any way to progress. Alright. Well, this was fun and weird at the same time. Let me double check if there was more out of that ending. That was really funny. Let me see. 1.6. The heaven ending. Yeah, that was the end of that game, or the end of that. Alright, everybody. Oh, I'm not doing that again, but it's always available now. We did it. We completed all of the original content endings.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? Why is he saying that? Well, anyways, we are going to go do the new content now. We finally did it. We earned it.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
And now... I hope I'm going the right way. Alright. Now, this new content, I haven't explored nearly enough stuff. So let's see how it is. I only did one ending in the new content. And apparently doing some of the new content unlocks stuff for the original content, because I think there's 2 more endings I need to do. But we'll see.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Oh, the music stopped. Oh, awkward. Hey, hi everybody. Listen to me now. It's all about the color red. Well, very modern.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, yes, yes. Hi, everybody. Hey, how you doing? Oh, yes, yes. Thank you for being here. All right, lovely. I don't know what the bus is for. Take my picture. All right, cool. That'll be $50. I'm just kidding. Oh, wow.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Whoa. There's a bucket. Oh, there's a bucket ending. I don't know if... I know there's a bucket. There's a bucket ending in the new one. Hear your name in the game. The button that says your name. The player that's playing the game. What?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I want to press those buttons too. So this is going to say my name. In the words of Heisenberg, say my name.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of
My
this
name is
feature.
Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I'm Jim.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes!
Said my
you
name.
See? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
No. Who am I again? All right. Time to play the Jim Parable. That was neat.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Ray trace. The jump circle. We already did the jump circle. New merge. Oh look, Stanley. We're not ready to do that yet. The bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
Where is it?
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Okay, how do I get
Come
it?
on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Is there more to do with the bucket? I should have read how to get the bucket ending, but I didn't want to be spoiled, so I guess it's cool. I wonder if I like close the door and just be like, nah, I want the bucket. No, I guess I'm just holding on to the bucket now. Alright, cool.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this
What?
one.
No, I wanted to
think
hear more
that in
about
the
the
new
bucket.
version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday? Oh, hey. Stepniece? What?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
When I come back, I'm going to hit Get Well Someday. It's probably going to say the opposite. That's funny. Oni put the balloons everywhere already. Nice.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Whoa, where am I? We're on the other side, right? Yeah. Yes, so I've done all this. Did I see what this was? Spilled mug. Alright, cool. We're over here now. Alright. The infinity hole. And the jump circle. I already did all the jumps.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh, you can't reset it for me? Oh, terrible. Alright, let's see where to go next. Collectibles, easy achievement, infinity hole. Let's see what's here left first. Exit. I don't want to exit yet. We'll go left to right. Collectibles, right?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
People have died for this statue. Oh! Hey. Do I really have to collect them? Can I go back? No, there's no way back. There's nothing. Alright, good.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Wait, who's that girl? Is that supposed to be your wife? Huh. Alright, new achievement. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps, it just works. Alright.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes.
Oh.
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
So the joke here was apparently, because I looked it up, there was another ending where like you either glitched the game or you did some sort of computer hacking thing and you found a test achievement. I think he made a joke earlier about it. And here we go. We're actually going to get it.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give it to me. At least I have my bucket. I think that's all that matters. Is there anywhere else I can climb? No? Alright. Moving on! That's a terrible waste of an achievement. Not even a waste of achievement. Didn't get one.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
No screenshots. Didn't we pass that one earlier? Oh yeah, we did that one. This one's the infinity hole. Okay. What's in... Oh, that's where the hole is. Alright, good. Infinity. Educational use only. Alright, cool. Whoa. It just keeps going. You know, I'm glad I got this.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oh, Stanley, go down the hole. Here we go.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole,
So how do
you
I
can
stop?
press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Not
Maybe
yet.
do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to see if there's a...
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this
Infinity
tactfully,
ending.
but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
There is no infinity
Is it a
ending.
very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh,
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I
Just
think
the
the issue
two of
here is
us.
just that you're
can
unusually
make it if
fascinated
we
by
try.
falling.
Just the
What
two of
normal
us.
person actually wants to
You and
fall
I.
infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alright, I'm not going to press it yet. I wanted to talk to you guys. So apparently there is a figurine ending where you got to find all 6 figurines. So we'll see if we can. There's a sequel ending, which is probably what we're going to do. There's a bucket ending with a left door, right door ending, pre 2 doors end. There's a lot of endings apparently. New content ending, sequel ending, skip button ending, which is what we got. Epilogue ending, post-epilogue ending. Wow, so there's too many things.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Mostly infinite hole now. That's funny. Let's see if all the posters change too. It did not. There it is, mostly infinite hole. Nice. Fine, it ended. Alright, I think that's all of it, right? Unless I'm looking for collectibles now. Probably not yet. Probably in the rest of the game. But we're good. I think we've seen all the content.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Stanley collectibles? Can I knock this down? New mug! Oh. Left and right door.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
here.
It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Hey, look, the bucket. Oh, and a collectible. I want that collectible.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
No, I want those
Okay,
collectibles.
yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
Two doors.
Maybe that's
All
it.
you need.
I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Ultra Deluxe.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, dope. And the color red, of course. Let's enjoy this. Wow, I like the warping of the rooms. It's kind of cool. I want to see if this title kind of goes in a loop or not. Is it like real settings? Oh, it is. Wow. Cool. And it just went in a loop. Alright, so let's begin the game. We're playing Stanley Parable 2 now. No longer Ultra Deluxe, but Part 2.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company
Balloons.
in a big building
We got
where he
balloons.
was employee number 427.
Oh, but he chose his
Employee
balloon.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427, and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Ending ready.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
And here we are. All right. Well, I guess we're playing Stanley Parable 2 now. I'm actually going to end this video here. It was awesome. We got to see some new content and finish the old. Now with these new features in the old one, I think I could get those other two endings. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed this, and I can't wait to find these collectibles now. Alright, take care and see you on the next video. And remember, may the 4th be with you. Bye.